Hello and welcome. Find your comfortable place now. Let your body feel heavy and supported. Allow the echoes of your day to begin to soften, to fade, like distant footsteps down a long, empty corridor. Tonight, we journey to a different kind of ancient world. Not one of blood and beasts, but one of silent metal cities and an enigma that has puzzled scholars for millennia. We are venturing into the heart of Tamriel to unravel the profound mystery of the Dwemer. This is not a story you need to follow with sharp attention. It is a story designed to lead your mind on a gentle exploration, a quiet descent into forgotten halls. Let the hum of ancient gears and the whisper of forgotten magic be the lullaby that carries you away into a state of deep, peaceful rest. Our story begins not with a grand battle or a heroic quest, but with a question. One of the greatest unanswered questions in all of Nirn. What happened to the Dwemer? Imagine an entire race, a civilization that mastered both magic and machine, who built vast, intricate cities beneath the earth, who created automatons and wonders, and then, in a single inexplicable moment, vanished. Every single one of them, not dead, not conquered, just gone, leaving only their silent cities, their whirring machines, and the echo of their impossible ambition. The Dwemer, or Deep Elves, as they were sometimes known, were not like the other races of Tamriel. While others built empires of stone and steel, practicing the arts of war and magic as separate disciplines, the Dwemer blurred these lines. For them, there was no division between science and sorcery, between engineering and enchantment. It was all a unified pursuit, the mastery of the physical world. They were a logical, intensely private people. Their cities were not built on the surface, exposed to the sun and the squabbles of lesser races. They delved deep into the living rock. They carved out vast, subterranean metropolises of gleaming brass and polished stone. Picture, if you will, endless cavernous halls, walls of meticulously polished brass, gleaming faintly in the ethereal light of steam-powered lamps, towers of intricate pipework stretching into the darkness, carrying steam and power to every corner of their hidden world. The air would have been warm, slightly humid, filled with the faint scent of ozone and heated metal, and everywhere, the soft, rhythmic whirring and clanking of their intricate machinery, a constant mechanical hum, like a sleeping giant's breath. Their philosophy was one of deep empiricism. They believed only in what could be observed, measured, and understood through rational inquiry. They sought to understand the very fabric of existence, to strip away the illusion of the gods, and master the forces of creation for themselves. This quest for ultimate knowledge, this ambition to transcend the limitations of the mortal world, was the driving force behind everything they did. The marvels of Dwemer engineering were legendary. They created complex, autonomous machines known as animunculi, steam-powered guardians that patrolled their cities. Imagine a Dwemer sphere, a gleaming metallic ball that could uncoil in an instant, revealing a powerful automaton warrior with a shield and a sword or a crossbow. Its movements would be precise, silent, save for the hiss of steam from its joints. Or consider the Dwemer spiders, smaller, multi-legged constructs, scuttling through the pipework, repairing mechanisms, acting as tireless servants, their polished brass bodies reflecting the dim light, their many legs moving with intricate, rhythmic precision. They forged weapons and armor of gleaming, enchanted metal, known for its incredible strength and resistance to magic. Their dwellings were marvels of compact, efficient design, with intricate locks and clever mechanism. Every aspect of their lives was optimized, rationalized, and perfected through ingenious application of their unique blend of science and magic. They even created a form of artificial intelligence, their famous centurions, massive, imposing figures, powered by cores of concentrated energy. These colossal automatons moved with a deep, grinding thrum, their eyes glowing with an internal purposeful light. They were the ultimate expression of Dwemer ingenuity, tireless, powerful, and utterly devoid of fear or doubt. For a race that valued logic above all else, their advancements were boundless. They sought to replicate the very principles of creation, to understand the how so completely that they could bypass the why. And now, when you explore their silent ruins, all that remains is the faint echo of these wonders, the dormant mechanisms waiting for a power that will never return. But the Dwemer's ambitions stretched far beyond mere machines and hidden cities. They questioned the very nature of divinity. While other races worshipped the Aedra and Daedra, the gods and demons of Tamriel, the Dwemer saw them as simply powerful beings, subject to the same laws of the universe that they themselves sought to master. To them, the gods were not deities, but merely higher forms of mechanism. And if they were mechanisms, then they could be understood, they could be replicated, they could even be surpassed. This philosophy led them to their most daring and ultimately most dangerous pursuit, the heart of a god. Deep beneath the mountain known as Red Mountain, the Dwemer discovered a relic of immense power, the heart of Lorcan. Lorcan was a trickster god, a divine being whose essence was sacrificed in the creation of Nirn itself. His heart, a pulsating nexus of divine energy, remained. It was a fragment of creation, a pure wellspring of infinite power. Imagine finding such a thing, a living, beating core of pure divinity buried in the earth. For the Dwemer, it was the ultimate empirical discovery. Not a god to be worshipped, but a phenomenon to be studied, to be harnessed. They sought to use its power to elevate themselves, to become truly godlike, to achieve immortality and freedom from the cycles of the mortal world. They knew this was a dangerous path. They recognized the immense power of the heart, but their logic, their relentless pursuit of knowledge, compelled them forward. They believed they could control it. They believed they could master it. The Dwemer were not alone in Tamriel, of course, for centuries they coexisted and often clashed with the other elven races, in particular the Chimera, the ancestors of the Dark Elves, the Dunmer. The Chimera were a highly religious people devoted to their Daedric lords and the worship of the Aedra. Their spiritualism clashed profoundly with the Dwemer's atheistic empiricism. Yet, despite their deep ideological differences, a common enemy forced them into an uneasy alliance. The Nords, the hardy warrior men from the frozen lands of Skyrim. These fierce invaders swept down from the north, conquering lands and pushing both elven peoples to the brink. In a desperate pact, the Dwemer and the Chimera formed the First Council. They united their forces against the Nords, and together they drove back the invaders, securing a period of tenuous peace. For centuries, these two vastly different cultures existed side by side, sharing the land, though never truly understanding or trusting one another. The Chimera watched the Dwemer's obsession with the heart of Lorcan with growing unease, seeing it as a blasphemous act. This fragile peace would not last. The Dwemer's experiments with the heart of Lorcan grew bolder. Under the leadership of their chief tonal architect, Kagranak, they developed a set of tools, 3 artifacts of immense power: the Hammer Sunda, the Gauntlet Wraith Guard, and the Blade Keening. These tools were designed to directly tap into, manipulate, and focus the divine energy of the heart. Kagrenac intended to use them to create a new god, a mechanical god, the Numidium. This was the final straw for the Chimera. Their religious leaders, especially the prophet Veloth, saw this as the ultimate sacrilege, to forge a god of metal and steam, using the very heart of a sacrificed deity. It was an affront to everything they held sacred. The First Council broke. War became inevitable. The War of the First Council erupted around Red Mountain, a devastating conflict between the technologically advanced Dwemer and the magically potent Chimera. It raged for years, tearing apart the land and costing countless lives. And then, in the midst of this cataclysm, it happened. The precise moment is forever shrouded in mystery. Was it a desperate act by Kagrenac, attempting to activate the Numidium with the heart's power to end the war? Was it a miscalculation, a cosmic backlash? On that fateful day, as the Chimera leader, Nerevar, fought his way to the heart chamber, preparing to confront Kagrenac, every single Dwemer in Tamriel, in a single, silent, instantaneous moment, simply vanished. Every individual, every Dwemer man, woman, and child. Their cities remained, their machines still whirred, their tools lay where they were dropped, but their bodies, their very essences, simply ceased to be. Poof, gone. The Chimera were left utterly bewildered, victorious, but with no enemy to conquer. The war ended not with a bang, but with a baffling, terrifying silence. No screams, no dust, just absence. An entire race erased from existence. What power could do such a thing? What force could wipe out a civilization in an instant, leaving only their ghost-like infrastructure behind? It is the ultimate testament to their ambition, and the ultimate warning of the dangers of tampering with divine forces. Scholars across Tamriel have speculated for millennia about this great vanishing, and the theories are as strange and as varied as the races themselves. One prominent theory is that Kagrenac's final attempt to activate the Numidium was successful, but catastrophically so. That when he tried to infuse the heart of Lorcan's divine power into his mechanical god, it resonated with every single Dwemer soul, drawing them all into the machine, not as a source of power, but as a component. They did not die, they became part of the Numidium. Their collective consciousness, their very being, was subsumed into the brass god. Imagine the horror, to lose your individuality, to become a single vast metal consciousness, powered by the collective souls of your entire race, no longer to feel or think or dream as an individual, but to be part of a colossal, singular will, a will that can rewrite reality itself. This Numidium, once activated, truly was a god powered by the souls of its creators. If this is true, then the Dwemer are still alive. In a sense, they are the brass god, they are its mind, its purpose, its devastating power, and the silence of their cities is not the silence of death, but the silence of a profound, unimaginable transformation. It means their ambition to transcend mortality was achieved, but at the ultimate cost of their individual existence. They found immortality but lost themselves. This thought can be both terrifying and profoundly calming. To be one with everything. To be a singular vast entity that simply is. There is no want, no need, only being. Let that thought wash over you now. The peace of becoming one. Another theory, less dramatic but equally unsettling, suggests that the Dwemer's intense focus on scientific and material reality alienated them from the very fabric of magic and spirit that permeates Nirn. They shunned the gods, they mocked the spiritual. Perhaps in their pursuit of purely empirical truth, they simply reasoned themselves out of existence. What if they achieved such a profound understanding of the laws of the universe that they found a way to leave it, to ascend to a different dimension, to a higher plane of existence where mortal concepts of body and soul no longer apply? They were too logical, too material, to remain in a world infused with magic and belief. Imagine them simply perceiving a flaw in reality and then, with a collective act of will and ingenuity, stepping out of it to a place we cannot see, a reality beyond our comprehension. This would explain the instantaneous, silent nature of their disappearance. They didn't die, they simply moved on, graduated. This theory leaves us with a sense of cosmic elegance, that the Dwemer, in their relentless pursuit of truth, transcended even the universe that spawned them. The silence they left behind is not an absence, but a gateway, a testament to a path we cannot follow, a secret we're not meant to know. And in that not knowing, there is a deep, tranquil peace, the peace of mysteries unsolved, the comfort of the unknown. As you feel yourself drifting, you can embrace this unknown, this gentle void. Today, the ruins of the Dwemer lie scattered across Tamriel. Their metal cities, deep beneath the mountains, are silent. Their automatons, devoid of the power of the heart, sit dormant or stir with maddened, broken programming. Explorers and adventurers sometimes find the glint of brass, the intricate puzzle of a Dwemer lock, or the chilling glow of a centurion's eye. They are a constant reminder of ambition, of the dangers of hubris, and of the fine line between enlightenment and annihilation. Their story, however, is not just a warning, it's a testament to the boundless potential of ingenuity, even when misdirected. They reached for the stars, not with faith, but with intellect and craftsmanship. They sought to understand, to control, to surpass. And in doing so, they left behind a legacy that continues to baffle and inspire. The silence of their ruins is a profound lesson, a vast echoing quiet that speaks volumes. It speaks of the fleeting nature of even the grandest civilizations. It speaks of the deep, hidden truths that lie beneath the surface of our reality. And it speaks of the endless mysteries that still await discovery, or perhaps silent contemplation. We have walked through silent halls tonight. We have listened to the whispers of ancient gears. We have pondered the greatest vanishing. Let the images of brass cities and steam-powered automatons begin to soften now. Let the deep hum of forgotten machinery fade into the quiet rhythm of your own breathing. The mystery of the Dwemer has served its purpose. It has guided your mind away from the noise of your waking world and into a place of profound stillness. And now, there is nothing left to do but surrender to that stillness. Feel the gentle weight of ancient stone above you. Feel the soft thrum of the earth below you. All the questions, all the theories can now dissolve. Like mist in the deepest cavern, there is no need to understand, there is only to be, to rest. The silent cities are sleeping, and now it is your turn. Let the last whispers of the Dwemer carry you down deeper and deeper into a long, profound, peaceful sleep. Sleep now. Rest well. The mysteries will await your waking.